There he is, number 5, in case we trust. At least for this week, and who knows how many weeks after that. Ladies and gentlemen, very excited to bring this one to you. Phil Nagy and Kit Nagy on Sports. Hope you're having a great day. It is sim time here, and excited to see how it's going to go. I spent about an hour at lunch making sure that everybody who's supposed to be in was in, so I think I got everybody, maybe one or two here. I even made Johnny Stanton. John Kelly's on the active roster. Nick Mullins called up, so, and Jarvis is in, but Odell is out. And Blake Hance is at right tackle, so tried to make it accurate. All right, Kid, how are we doing today?
I'm doing great. We're, obviously a very injury-riddled team here for the Browns against another team that's kind of gone off the rails in the Broncos. This is a big Thursday night matchup, though. A very exciting game coming up here, and this is going to be a test for the culture for Kevin Stefanski and what he brings to this team, and see whether or not they can dig deep and execute even at their second, third, fourth string positions.
Absolutely. Definitely will be a culture win for Stefanski, and frankly one that's, must win if you want to continue to keep the goals that you have for yourself in play.
Yep.
All right, well, here we go. There's Johnny Stanton down there on the special teams tackle. Had to make him. He wasn't even in the game, Madden. Come on. All right, there's Teddy Two Gloves again. He is still questionable, but I think he's going to get the nod tonight, so I didn't take him out. Hey, Paul. Hello, Karen. Hey, James. Hey, Applied. Good to have you on. Other than that, we should have most of the real injuries. The playmakers, Judy and Hamler, are out. Bradley Chubb is out, things like that. So give it up the middle. Here's Melvin Gordon. He's going to be ripped down right away. Clowney and Malik McDowell meet him at the 15-yard line. Loss of 1.
Yeah, that was a big first play, big statement there from the D-line, getting to running back there for TFL. That's a good little statement win right out the gate.
Absolutely. We'll take a lot of those. Our defense is going to need to step up tonight. There's just no question about it. Essentially completely healthy, minus JOK.
And by the way, I did really quickly check the audio on the actual stream to make sure it didn't sound like it did last time. So I think it's much better this time.
Good. Tipped and Delpit almost picked it back up. They were going deep for Sutton on the left side. It falls incomplete. Greg Newsom was the one who swatted it away. Third down now. Here comes pressure. He holds up and he's going to dump it off right side. And he's going to get maybe a 1-yard gain. Actually, a no-yard gain. 4th and 11. That's going to send the punter out onto the field. 3 and out for the Browns defense. Great way to start the game.
That is a great way to start. Exactly what you want to do, making a statement on defense to get the offense out there on the field. And really, you need to get this offense going. You got a lot of injuries out there. None greater than Baker Mayfield not being out there on the field. It's going to give him some opportunity to rest and recover for our in-division games coming right up. But our little mini bye here is going to be important for a lot of these injuries, and yet this is still a very important game for these Browns.
Absolutely. All right, here we go. Case Keenum, they're going to spread him out 4 wide to start the first play of the game. And Keenum in the pocket. Uh-oh, here we go. Oh, he's going to throw it away. And he threw it out of bounds. What a novel concept.
Yeah, no, starting to run backwards and decides to throw it away anyway. That's interesting. Consider Baker can't seem to do anything like that.
Right. Well, crafty veteran. Here he is back to pass again. Fires a dart off his back foot, left corner. He's got his man at the 22. Welcome back, Jarvis Landry.
Yeah,
42 yards, first down, Browns.
And if that man plays, Jarvis Landry is such a heart and soul guy.
He's playing.
If he actually does fully play in this game, that's huge. And
look at that throw.
Means a lot. Now, that's not a route I expect Jarvis to be running so much, although what body control to get those feet in. But nice bomb from Keenum.
Absolutely. All right, just kidding. Give it up the middle. That's going to be Felton lined up as the third down back. He gets 1 yard up the middle.
Yeah, in that backfield, we have a real luxury in Cleveland having 4 guys that,
Watch out! Von Miller says, hey, Blake Hance, welcome to right tackle.
Having 4 guys that can be dangerous in that backfield. But, obviously with the first 2 out, that's not ideal for any team.
Yep. So again, you see there in the replay, Jed Wills expected to give it a go tonight. Conklin probably not. So that's why Blake Hance playing right tackle and Von Miller with a pretty effective bull rush there. And now a 3rd and long for the Browns.
And Miller famously are making some comments in the media this week about what he's going to do to our tackles. So hopefully we're.
Oh, is he? I missed that part.
Talked about how he was going to go out there and kill him, whoever it was.
Oh, sheesh. Well, there you go.
So, yeah, we do too, Karen. Jarvis is truly a heart and soul kind of guy. And he means so much to this team, and I don't think the value of what we lost, having him not out there for this team in the early goings of the season, I don't think that can be fully appreciated, how much we lost in those games because he wasn't there.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. All right, well, Chase McLaughlin's going to boot a 48-yarder, and the Browns are on the field first. 3-0 here. Again, Thursday Night Football, just hours away from us. Make sure that you hop on the live chat on the Discord, and if you have yet to join us on our Nagy on Sports Discord, I encourage you to do that. You can use the invite link that is in the description of this and any of our other simmed videos. James, it could be a bit of a defensive struggle tonight.
Yep.
So that may be your better play.
I would say this is probably most likely to be a defensive struggle. You've got a lot of troubles on both sides for the offense. Obviously, they got Bridgewater back, but they've got a lot of concerns for their offense and not being productive, as do we with all of our injuries, and it's a boatload of injuries as we've already alluded to. But the defenses are both excellent units, and so would expect a bit of a defensive struggle in this one.
Agreed. Welcome in, George. That was a 9-yard out route to Sutton. Here's the second touch of the day for Melvin Gordon. He's going to pick up about 7 yards and the first down up to the 40 there. Well, Anthony Walker Jr. going to be seeing a lot of him again with JOK. Had firmly cemented himself as a starter and was playing at just such a high level, and really stinks to see him go down.
Yeah, sure it does.
But the rest of your defense pretty healthy, all things considered. Nice stick there by Mac Wilson after a short gain, 2nd and 6. Bridgewater in a shotgun. Throwing, dangerous throw across the middle, and is he going to get it complete? He's not. It's going to be dropped. Delpit knocked it out. That's the receiver, Tim Patrick, and he swats it out of his hands. That was a dangerous throw from Teddy Two Gloves.
Yeah, A-Walk right there, too, in that coverage. Nicely done from the defense, able to come away with that.
There's a check down to Noah Fant, the tight end out of Iowa. Tight end U.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets the first down. Needed 7, he got 8. We haven't heard otherwise applied. I think Denzel, we won't know obviously until an hour before, or an hour and a half before the game, who's officially active and inactive, but I believe that he's going. I think AJ Green is the only defensive back who's out, other than MJ Stewart.
Yeah, Dion, I don't know that I'd characterize it as a sophomore slump just yet. Give it some time.
Yeah.
I think they're dealing with a lot of adversity, and I think he'll get them back in the right place. In particular, I expect, if not sooner, but certainly by the bye week, I think we'll be a very different looking team.
Here's a little run to the left side. Melvin Gordon again picks up a nice chunk of yardage and a first down into the red zone. Call it the 14-yard line. Hey, Keith, welcome in.
Yeah, happy game day indeed. Very excited.
You going to be able to watch, Keith, or are you going to be stuck on a train somewhere? Up the middle, rip down, middle of the line. Mac Wilson again. Getting an opportunity for a few more snaps here, and he steps right up and makes a great tackle at the line of scrimmage. Bridgewater now climbing under center. Melvin Gordon, the single back, a tight end on either side. Only 2 active tight ends on the roster for the Broncos, plus their long snapper is technically a tight end, according to Madden. There's a nice tackle again. Anthony Walker soloed him right down the middle. 3rd and 6 now. Browns need to try to hold him to 3 here. Teddy under pressure now, firing left side. He's got Fant right at the sticks, and he's got another first down to the 2-yard line. Noah Fant. Lots of time there. Offensive line held up and gave Tedward a chance.
Yeah, an interesting play call there on defense. Just kind of a soft zone, allowing them to get to the sticks relatively easily.
Pitch it left side, 0 contain, and easy touchdown for Melvin Gordon and the Broncos. Oh, I didn't know that, Keith. Is that a good career change? Or at least a more stable schedule-wise career change? I'll let Kit answer that, Dion.
Yeah, no, I don't buy into the Joe Woods hate. I know there's a lot of it out there. I think he's going to be just fine in terms of when he has, obviously injuries have been a huge factor for us. There's been some communication issues, especially with players that aren't as often out there on the field together in the secondary. And part of that is just going to be taking some time. And, just like the offense took a while to really settle in last year for us, I think this defense is similar this year for us. And I expect that as he's more and more able to do what he wants to do and trust his players to pull off the defense he wants to run, the more we'll appreciate what he's doing for us.
Sure. Quick slant to Landry, gets the first down. Throwing a lot here at the beginning of the game. Wonder if the Broncos will employ some of that 6-2 that the Cardinals did last week to essentially dare them to throw the football. Sitting, waiting, and he's going to go down. Sacked back by Shelby Harris, who just sort of rode Bitonio all the way back. Well, good, Keith. I'm glad to hear that. All right, 2nd and 16 after the 6-yard loss. Ernest Johnson in the backfield. He's going to stretch it to the left side. He's going to fight his way past the 30 to the 31. It will give him maybe a gain of a short 1. 3rd and 15 coming up.
And look for Landry here. He's really good on 3rd down.
Or just chuck a Hail Mary to Donovan Peoples-Jones! First down to the 25. He just doesn't drop it anymore.
No. Well, I mean, he I don't think he has any credited drops.
That's true. He doesn't have a drop all season.
All season, yeah. He's caught everything that's come his way. I think there's been one bad throw towards him. But yeah, the guy is.
He's seen him. 54 yards.
Been electric.
2 bombs in the game already for Keenum.
Yeah, I don't know.
One delay.
I mean, he is credited obviously with the Minnesota Miracle.
That's right, the Minnesota Miracle.
But I don't know that you're going to see a lot of that.
First down, 10 to the 5. He's going to get pushed out. 21 yards. Dearness Johnson. Nice run and great blocking by the Browns. Sorry to cut you off there, Kit.
Yeah, no worries. And you're right, Applied. DPJ has been fabulous for us on the season so far. Such a weapon. I love the way he ran the guy over in that Cardinals game to get in the end zone. And then that's been holding up in the sim for us too. It's exciting to see him to really match up that way.
All right, Johnny Stanton checks into the game. Turnaround pitch. It's John Kelly in the backfield now. He's to the 10, to the 5. He's actually going to lose a yard. His big old Mike Purcell, the defensive tackle, chased him down.
Yeah, George, that would be awesome to see Newsom come away with his first tonight. I'd love that.
Absolutely.
He's gotten his hands on some.
He's been close, yep.
He's been very close.
He's been close. All right, a shotgun look here for Case Keenum. Fake the little pop pass to Landry, give it up the middle to Felton, and it'll get ripped down. That trailing corner, Bryce Callahan, who was kind of lazily tracking Jarvis Landry, stepped right in to make the tackle, sets up a 3rd and goal for the Browns. Back to pass, Keenum fires right side. He's got Peoples-Jones! Touchdown, Browns! Donovan Peoples-Jones. What a game so far here with 2:30 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, he's been great, and that was just such a nice little inside move he put in there to get his body in line, give Keenum a nice target on the inside there, and defender really didn't have a chance as he was definitely going to come away with that catch.
Absolutely. Great slant from the right side. Keenum patient enough with his eyes. Don't let the middle linebacker drift. Easy touchdown. 10-7 now as McLaughlin's kick goes through. Case Keenum 4-5 for 58 yards on that drive. Again, a 21-yard run by Dearness Johnson as well. So that's what it's going to have to be. It's going to have to be a group effort, and he's going to have some of these younger, or not younger in Case Keenum, these backups. He's going to have to step up and play a great game today.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got Melvin Gordon on his right hip, back to pass, firing left side, past the first down marker, and it's caught by Tim Patrick. Wide-bodied possession receiver, Tim Patrick, 6'3" and change. And he makes a nice play there. Here comes Gordon up the middle. Stiff arms Malik McDowell out of the way, and then he'll be dragged back to the line of scrimmage by Tack McKinley. But pretty big, powerful run there for Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, Malik McDowell is really physical. Don't expect him to get shut off of a tackle like that quite so easily.
Turn it around again. Oh, great play in the backfield. Oh gosh, I'm going to have to say his name. Ognegabo. Afidi got there in the background.
It's like Ofunawenbu or something, yeah.
Denebo or something. Anyway, great TFL for him. Way to go. 3rd and 7 now.
Wouldn't pretend to know how to pronounce that.
Indeed. Whoop, somebody moved early. That's that right tackle, and they're going to back him up 5 yards now. Hey, Earl, welcome in. And Dion, I forgot to say welcome in when you hopped on too as well.
Yeah, Dion, I
appreciate you being on.
I think they might go to a little bit more press man in the red zone. I think they probably should. We'll see what happens with that. The sim isn't really realistic with that, though. They play a lot of zone down in there, which you don't really expect to see.
Big time throw and catch. Bridgewater threw that one up there again. We've definitely seen that. That's certainly been in. If the refs have point of emphasis, Madden's point of emphasis was that the 50-50 throw them deep routes were going to be called more often than they used to, or completed more often than they used to, at least. Up the middle, Gordon. He'll be tackled at the 29-yard line by Ronnie Harrison.
Yeah, really nice fill there from Ronnie, kind of up there in a box safety linebacker type role, kind of playing almost the will, but scraped and filled really nicely for that tackle.
End of the first quarter now, 10-7. 2nd and 5. Turn around, throw it over the middle. He's got his receiver. That's Hinton, and he's got near a first down. Kendall Hinton, I believe, coming up for the injured Hamler and or Judy. Had to call up 3 different receivers to get them to an active number. Throw it to the right side to Hinton. He's going to be ripped down by Ward. Short gain. Does put Teddy over 100 yards for the game so far. Welcome in, Sean.
Yeah,
first down throw and catch. Absolutely. Go Browns for sure. Well, I'll let Kit answer that one first as well, Keith. Has some pressure coming right up the gut, and Andrew Billings is he's going to stay up. Are you kidding me? And then throw it incomplete. I thought for sure Billings had him sacked. Somehow Teddy Bridgewater stays up and then throws it over everybody's head.
Have we seen whether or not is Clowney still questionable, right?
I have not seen it. They have not been declarative about him, have they? As they have with like Blake Cant starting at right tackle,
right?
And Case Keenum playing quarterback.
If he's playing, I think he's the X factor in this one. Because I
Clowney?
think if he's playing and playing well, that opens up all the possibilities for Miles and everybody else on that D line, but especially Miles. So that's who I would put as the X factor. Outside of him, look for Dearness Johnson to have a big game.
Indeed. Earl, I've heard people theorize about what that could mean if Case and OBJ had an instant connection, but my understanding is that OBJ will not be playing tonight.
Yes.
That Landry will be back, but that OBJ will not be playing tonight. Right. So they will avoid that one. Welcome in, Daniel. Yes,
we agree.
You could certainly come up with all sorts of interesting theories if all of a sudden Case and OBJ are on the same page for 150 and 2 touchdowns.
Right. But, yeah, I think the opportunity to rest and then avoid that whole conversation is why you won't see OBJ tonight.
All right, a 4th and 1. They're going to go for it here. Back to pass, Bridgewater, and it's picked off. It's Anthony Walker. He's in the end zone. He's going to take it out to the 10, to the 20. Can he hustle? He's getting chased by receivers to the 50, to the 45, and he'll get tripped up at the 41-yard line. Anthony Walker, welcome back from the IR. We absolutely needed that one there. Huge turnover for the Browns.
Yeah, that was huge. Way to just jump right in front of that. He never saw him coming. Just sitting there in his middle linebacker role and just read it beautifully and just made a play on the ball. Well done from Anthony Walker.
Indeed. Turn around, give it to Dearness Johnson, stumbling, breaking one tackle. Then he's going to get pushed down by the linebacker, the 37-yard line. Good run of 4 yards on first down for Johnson.
And I was going to say, Daniel, yeah, we absolutely agree. This is going to be a huge game for us. A lot of backups in this game, but it's going to be very important that we still find a way to win.
Yards and a first down. Turn around, give it again. Follow Johnny Stanton. Dearness Johnson does kind of a jump cut. They'll get dragged down after a short gain. Draymond Jones, go Bucks, on the tackle. Keenum firing it back of the end zone. He gets his touchdown Browns.
Wow.
Oh my, what a play. And he does the LeBron, the finisher at the end. Oh my goodness, touchdown pass for the Browns. Back of the end zone. Let's make sure both feet get in.
Oh, they're in.
Nice
that was a
clean pocket for Keenum.
A BB from Keenum. Just puts it on a spot, and what a catch there from Iggy.
Oh man, just great beautiful. Camera work here.
Just beautiful.
They're going to booth review it, but I think this one goes the Browns' way.
Oh, yeah, there's no question that's a TD.
I accidentally skipped through it. It's upheld. Wow, wow, wow. Touchdown Browns. Case Keenum. The quarterback controversy Cleveland didn't know they had. Nor do I think they would, but
no,
I think it's just, hey, this is what you pay the backup for.
Well, and that's the what I see as the probable downside. If Keenum plays well, which we want him to, is there's going to be talk about how it's going to be awful, and
Mary Kay will be like, you should trade Baker and Beckham.
Yeah.
George, I know, I actually saw it playing myself, that they do have, the red carpet is a celebration that's in the game now.
That's awesome. I hope we get to see that for Higgy finally.
I
just
know.
Like we
well,
wanted
it's
to
just,
see the slam for Chief, which we've never seen.
It's like the Chief slam that we've never gotten to see as well.
And Dion, to answer your question, they're exactly like the real Browns. So currently 3-3. Any game that we sim that doesn't go the way of reality, we actually go back and force win. The way that it actually happens in real life to actually have the correct records and as close as we can, the momentum of teams to match what's going on in reality. So if a team is on like a 5-win heater, that should be an advantage for them coming in with a little extra juice or a little extra momentum in Madden's franchise mode.
Yes, and the only thing that won't line up, of course, obviously, is the statistics in an apples-to-apples comparison. But yes, you would assume if it's forcing, the Cardinals to beat the Browns, that it would give more positive statistics to the Cardinals when they do that. Firing it deep on the left side. Did he get his toes in bounds? He did not. I think Troy Hill picked him up and pushed him out of bounds. In the air. Nice play by Troy Hill. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, I agree, Sean. Case Keenum's not going to be. If we lose, it's not going to be because of Case Keenum. He's definitely solid.
Well, yeah,
he's
the highest. Yeah, he's the highest paid backup. They were saying he's the highest paid backup. Technically, Nick Foles makes more money, but that's because he's still getting paid from his starter contract in Jacksonville or whatever.
Yeah.
So in terms of teams having resources, the Browns value what Case Keenum does the most. And his ability to come in and run Kevin's offense.
Yeah, for sure. And
as aggressively and perfectly as he can.
Right. And Earl, I absolutely think you'll see a good game from both of those players. I think you're going to the backfield will do its part.
Here's Dearness Johnson up the middle again. He'll fight for a couple, just getting a couple yards, but 5 for 30. Just enough to keep the defense on their toes for the Air Keenum show. back to his Houston. Was he a air raid quarterback at Houston, right? Case Keenum?
Yeah, I think so.
Up the middle. Here
nice
comes a nice little, great cut there. Felton, we're going to get a flag on the play. Kind of came out in the area of face mask, but unfortunately it's going to be holding on Hooper. It must have been behind the play, too. Now a 2nd and 17, but a great run there for Demetric Felton.
Yeah, Sean, absolutely. That is exactly what we pay Keenum is for these kind of situations, and I think he'll do well and do his job in this spot. Much too savvy of a veteran not to, I think.
3rd and forever, and I think it's going to be 4th and even longer, and it is. Shelby Harris is going to get back and sack Keenum to the 6th. 3rd sack of the day for the Broncos defense after a 2nd and long, had an incomplete screen pass. Do appreciate the screen pass on 2nd and long rather than 3rd and long, though.
Yeah, Dion, I would not do that at all. Delpit is way too valuable at the safety position. He's had, I wouldn't put any of the miscommunication issues on Delpit. He's played pretty well from everything I've seen of him, and he's only going to be better. He's so dynamic as a safety back there, and so versatile in what he can give you. But no, I don't. JOK, when he comes back, he'll be still the will, and a very valuable part of our defense, also versatile. Yes. But I don't see him, replacing Delpit really at all.
No. You have to remember, too, that Delpit has played in 6 NFL football games in his life.
Yep.
He's, for all intents and purposes, a rookie as well.
And he's playing very well for that. Very well.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say of the Browns players we thought who were going to have really big impacts, I'm still kind of waiting to see John Johnson flash as just that guy who knows the play before it gets called. He's everywhere. Now, again, a couple of bum PI calls against him or negating his interceptions and things like that. Yeah. But in terms of, like, I don't know what I was envisioning, but I feel like I want to see some more from him still back there.
Well, so I think there's a couple of reasons for that. Give him some time. I think you're going to see a lot more from him going forward, but they've got him pretty locked down in that free safety role, and he's the only one they really trust right now to run that role, and that's why he's not flashing in that big way, because he's a lot more dynamic and pops a lot more off the screen when he's playing in the box safety or when he's playing in more of that strong safety, nickel or dime safety look. He any of those kind of positions, he tends to make more of the big plays that you expect out of him. But we haven't seen that because he's been their one and only free safety back there, and that guy's not going to flash nearly as much. Remember Sendejo? We could tell from Sendejo because he played all the free safety last year. Everybody gave Sendejo such a hard time, except the few times he managed to actually make a play. And to be fair, he did make some mistakes and just wasn't as fast as you really needed him to be, as Denver is going to walk in relatively easy there.
Fullback.
Yep. But no, I don't see John Johnson as a disappointment for this defense at all, really. And I do think you're actually going to see him come out of that free safety role and do more what they want to do. Again, give this defense time. Give Joe Woods time. As they get guys more comfortable in that free safety role, they start trusting guys other than John Johnson in that role and start rotating where they're playing, who's the deep safety or who's not, and so it's harder to read the defenses. The whole thing is going to blossom in a way because they have those pieces that are interchangeable, but they've got to get to a point where they trust all those guys in any of the roles. Right now they only trust John Johnson back there, and fully at least. And when they get to a point where they can trust Delpit there or trust Harrison there, and then rotate between the three, I think you'll start seeing JJ3 blow up off the screen a lot more than he's currently doing.
We'll take it. That's why he's the best there, folks. Kit Nagy, the expert analysis. A nice run here for Dearness Johnson, past the 25. We've reached the 2-minute warning. Welcome in, Wendell. Thanks for greeting him, George. All right, a 3rd and 3 now. 2 minutes to go. Browns just need to be smart here. Still maintaining a 3-point lead. They will get the second half kickoff. Back to pass, little flare route to Felton. He's got it to the right side. He takes a huge shot. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the corner at the 30, to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. It's actually the free safety, Kareem Jackson, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. Oh, dagger.
Yeah, that was rough. And actually something I don't expect from Felton. He's so careful with the ball. He's been great about ball security on kickoff return and on punt return. And I don't expect anything like that to come from him. Unfortunate turn of events for the Browns as Felton fumbles on that one for a scoop and score.
It is. Huge momentum shift as well here in the sim. Whether we believe it will happen or not, we know Madden doesn't care. Welcome in, Rick, as well. Oh, cool, Keith. Yeah, I saw that on Facebook. Congratulations to your granddaughter.
Yeah, congrats. That's awesome.
Get her some ice cream, whatever she wants, right? All right, 1:48 now, all 3 timeouts. I mean, you can't say that they can get much more aggressive than they've been so far in the half, pushing the ball down the field. So I can only imagine that will continue here for Case Keenum. He fires it left side. He's got Higgy coming back to the football about the 25-yard line. They go no huddle, save the timeouts. Broncos continuing to rush for Keenum. Right side, flare out, angling to the sideline. He's got Peoples-Jones to the 50. Wow.
What a weapon Peoples-Jones has been in this game.
Oh, man.
He has been so good.
That route was your
beautiful.
Wide receiver 1 next year, kids.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's a good chance of that, especially if they do elect to move on from Beckham and Landry is the one that's retained of the two. Then DPJ would be the natural heir, unless they specifically go to draft a wide receiver 1. But even so, yeah, they could. But even so, you don't typically plug those kind of guys in immediately and expect the same success that you'll get out of a guy like DPJ who's been in the system and has already proven to have the talent of a wide receiver 1.
Indeed. All right, Keenum's just going to throw that one away on 1st and 10. 2nd and 10. Watch out. Here comes Miller, but he gets it away, and he's got his man at the sideline. It's the Chief. To the 30 sticks inside the 40-yard line now are the Browns. Still all 3 timeouts left.
Yeah, Case is just kind of picking them apart, taking his time, finding the reads, and going level to level, finding his guy and putting it on the spot. That's nicely done here from the backup.
Broken tackle inside the 25. Njoku to the 23 after a nicely broken tackle, little angle route from the tight end. Hey, View,
welcome in, Bo, and yeah, we actually these are not we have the actual injuries. Phil took a lot of time making sure all the appropriate people were sitting that are not expected to play. That's why you see Case Keenum out there. That's why you're not going to see Chubb. You're not going to see Hunt. All the injuries, as expected, are out there on the field.
Watch out, pressure coming. Get rid of it. He does. Out of a sack. Good throwaway for Case. Now 12 of 18 for 208 in those 2 touchdowns. Yeah, George, that would be awesome. He's just confident in taking what the defense has given him, firing it to open receivers, and they're rewarding him with some good catches.
Yeah, it would be awesome for sure if Case plays to this level. I mean, I'd certainly love to see that tonight.
Will's lock got lost, and there's the big sack back to... Yes, they can stop you. 3rd and 23. Okay, we're back at the 36 now, getting further out of field goal range. Back to pass again for Case. Now he's going to roll. Now he's going to fire on the run and fires it to looked like he was trying to get it to Higgins coming back to the football, who was open, but not enough arm strength there for Case. And unfortunately, their comeback end of the drive points, and that's significantly more roughing the passing than Kyler Murray got last week, but to no avail. 53-yarder here for Chase. And he drills it, and it looks a little short.
Yeah, just a little bit. He's been very good from that distance in the real season, so a little surprising he's not able to come up with that one as he's hit both a 52-yarder and a 57-yarder on the season.
Turn around, give it up the middle. Interesting play call choice with 38 seconds. Kind of run a draw, a little inside zone there, and then to go ahead and call a timeout. Just to try to get the look that you wanted.
And Keith, I didn't see any punches thrown in that game, so maybe I missed it. I might very well have missed it. So I'm not sure what you're talking to about J.J. Watt throwing punches.
Yeah, the reffing this year in general has been abysmal, but yeah, the Browns have been victim of just some absolutely brutal calls and then no calls. I don't know how many people are Cleveland Browns Daily podcast listeners, but Bo and Zagura actually interviewed Mike Pereira. What was it, yesterday's show, Kid, or 2 days ago's show?
Yeah, I think.
And it was really enlightening, and the kinds of things that they, talk about. And he was like, I don't know all the plays, but this one thing happened, and Zagura was like, yeah, that was us. And he was like, well, then this one thing happened. He's like, yeah, that was also us. So it's like, even when Pereira was like, oh yeah, and then there was this Hail Mary and a guy got tackled, and Zagura was like, yeah, that was the Chief, that was us. Mm-hmm. So it certainly feels like if the injuries weren't enough, that the refs have been particularly bad at just particularly awful times.
Right. Well, in this last
game-changing times.
Yeah, this last game in particular, I was mad about the Chargers game. I was livid about the refereeing in this last game. It was really bad. It felt biased. Like I rarely feel like the refereeing is biased in the NFL, but that felt incredibly biased to me.
Yeah. All right, here we go. 21-17, your halftime score. A little bit more high scoring than maybe I predict for the real thing. I'm not sure.
TJ Watt throwing punches. No, I didn't see it. I didn't see anything about TJ Watt throwing punches. So I don't know. I can't speak to it because I didn't see it.
Yes, 2 weeks ago, they took the game right out of our hands several times and let the Chargers win. And I was like, well, at least we'll get some home cooking. But no, we didn't get any home cooking last week.
No.
Well, you touch Kyler Murray, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
Literally, if you touch him. Here comes Dearness right side. They try to stretch it.
The roughing the passer call that on Jackson, that was unreal. I mean, unreal. He was already falling backwards, and that you're going to call that.
All right, double 10-9s to the left side. Some motion coming from Landry, bottom of the screen here. Brown still down 4. Case back to pass. Hey, he really does throw it away more than Baker does.
It does seem that way. I don't know what it is about Baker in this game and not being able to throw it away, but it does seem to be a thing.
I'm telling you, there's like something baked into his player code that we do not have access to changing that is just completely abysmal.
Yeah, I know there's been some speculation, Bo, about the refs maybe taking some umbrage with some of the comments made by Browns players for how bad the refereeing has been in previous games, which, to be fair, it has been bad.
Yeah.
I've heard some talk about maybe that's the reason why some of these recent games have been like even more so, anti-Browns, it feels, but. If that's the case, I hope not, because that's just so messed up, if so.
Yeah, no, as they were pointing out in this interview with Pereira that Kit and I are referencing, like the more and more that gambling is such an important part of the NFL's now business model, and you're having casinos being sponsors and stuff, if you're having millions and millions and millions of dollars changing hands because of a bad pass interference call, or like in the Browns Chargers game, a lack of a pass interference call when a guy's getting tackled, like you want to find out a way to get yourself in a lot of trouble. Like the referees union is going to start getting hits called against them from the mafia and stuff. But the time has come. Just put an eye in the sky and just give them the ability to be like, hey, it was a tough play. You did your best, but it was wrong. Like, for the sake of it, getting it right, it doesn't mean you're a bad official. It just means we need you to get it right.
Yep. And it doesn't
have to slow down. Yeah, it doesn't have to.
Absolutely. The Sky Judge is long overdue. It's not to add flags to the field. It's to correct calls that are incorrect on the field. And it doesn't have to take any time away from the games or add anything. It's just a quick call down and say, nope, that was wrong. Pick up that flag.
It's not a review. It's just a gentle after discussion, no penalty.
Yep. And
which
realistically,
they do now, but they
Yep.
only do for things like spots and like
Right.
in that Chargers game when Eckler tried to get the 2-pointer and they called it 2-point on the field. Very quickly they buzzed down and be like, yeah, his knee was short. They didn't
Yep.
even have to challenge it. They didn't even have to review it. Just he's down.
Yep.
Okay.
But you do that for everything, and it can be completely transparent to the fans in terms of it doesn't you don't have to announce that it was a Sky Judge decision. I mean, just have it going on. Get the
Hey, a
calls right.
sack for the Browns. Finally, they get some pressure. Malik Jackson's going to sack him back, the first Browns sack to the 19-yard line, and that's going to bring in Brandon McManus to add to the lead.
And yes, James, you're absolutely correct. This is a league-wide issue, not just the Browns. It does,
Yes.
we're Browns fans, so it feels to us like it's, targeted at times. But no, this is very much happening across the league, and we fully agree with that. The calls and officiating over the last several years has only gotten worse and worse, and it needs to be. They have to do something about it because the game is absolutely, and the records and all of it is being very adversely affected by it.
Bo, that would have been incredible, actually, to have Baker just rifle one at his junk. But he does it 4 or 5 times in a row, right? Until he's like, you're going to call the game fair, right? I'd forgotten about that. I think Burt Reynolds does that in the original as well.
I think he does.
Wasn't he? Yeah, I think that was one of the bits they kept. All right, 2nd and 10 here now. Come on, Browns. Let's get some offense going. Inside zone look for Felton. One stiff arm. The second one is not successful. Just 3 carries for 3 yards for Felton. Need to get him the ball in some space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Keenan back to pass. Tight end out route. He's got Hooper. He's got room. He puts his foot in the ground for a first down to the 34-yard line. Absolutely needed that one there. If nothing else, get that heaving Malik Jackson a chance to breathe over there on that sideline.
Yeah, but realistically, that was quite a bit of space there for Felton. And that's one of the things about this Madden. They don't have enough respect for Felton yet. I think they will later, but he is so shifty and good in space. And even that little bit he had there on that run where he only got 3 yards, or 2 yards, he probably busts that to the next level easily and is able to do some dangerous things because that's what he does.
Pressure coming from Von Miller, and it's almost picked off. Bryce Callahan misses the interception, but Keenum, man, he feels that pocket pressure way better than Baker has so far in our sim.
Yeah.
Another big throw to the corner, and this one's going to be picked off. Just like a punt, I guess. Up to the 31-yard line, 32-yard line, and that is the aforementioned Callahan who intercepts it in front of Rashard Higgins. First down, Broncos.
Yeah, Baker absolutely is tough as nails. I'm sure he would very much have liked to have been out there tonight, and
it's just like a swelling issue then, right? They just can't get him managed.
But realistically, I think it's the right call to give him a chance to heal up a little bit, take this mini bye and run with it.
Yes.
So I think it's the right move. And if it were up to him, I'm sure he'd do anything to be out there with his guys. Because he really is tough as nails.
Absolutely. Screen pass to the right side. Ripped to the ground. What a hit there. Anthony Walker Jr. Not sure what next-gen stat precisely they're going to show us with that one, but his pursuit speed. He really did come from all the way on the other side of the field. 19 and a half miles he ran to get over there. Did Anthony Walker, 19 miles per hour.
Yeah, and that's one of the things he's best at is his pursuit and scraping all the way down the field. He's really good at that sideline to sideline.
Back to pass. Looks like they're setting up a screen, but Tack McKinley's going to make him throw it. There was all kinds of gumming happening over there, and off of the Case Keenum interception,
and a little
Browns defense is able to have a punt caused.
Yeah, a little attempted jump pass there from Teddy Bridgewater, which didn't work, getting over Tack McKinley. Tack McKinley's pressure absolutely causing that one to go incomplete.
Yep. All right. Give it up the middle. Here's Felton pushing his way a couple of yards. Nice gain there. 3 more for Demetric Felton. Still 27 passes to 13 runs for the Browns. Not sure I see quite that kind of a split here tonight. Keenum floats it right side. Everybody's out of bounds. Linebacker and receiver, both out of bounds. He was trying to go on a long out route to Demetric Felton. 3rd and 7 is the result.
Yeah, View, I have a lot of optimism still on this season. Give him time.
Tipped up in the air. Oh, it's caught by Higgins. Sorry, at the 33.
Wow.
Tip drill, Higgy. What a game. Sorry, I keep cutting you off with these crazy
Yeah, no, it's
plays.
fine. You never expect that to happen in Madden. It almost never does, but that one is completed to Higgy as he kind of tips it to himself. Nicely done. But no, View, as I was starting to say, I very much think that they will find their mojo and I think they're going to come away with this being a very successful season yet. Don't count them out yet. They're still very good, and yeah, they're playing on a lot of injuries, but I think they'll fight their way back. Don't forget, Tampa Bay last year really struggled before they got to their bye. Last year, then they went all the way, got hot at the right time, went all the way, and win a Super Bowl. So that it's very much in the realm of possible still. So don't count out the Browns just yet.
Yeah, we're talking about the parallels between last season as well. Week 6, they got drilled by the Steelers. Everybody's kind of like, blah. Then they played the Bengals on Thursday the next week, Week 7.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the game where Baker went like 19 of 21 or whatever. And they won with that Donovan Peoples-Jones play at the end, and that really kind of reignited the offense, at least for the remainder of the season.
Sure did.
That would be nice to have a similar situation.
Right. Well, and what's different
with a different quarterback.
Right.
Browns are going to go for this.
What's different this year, in particular, is if that offense can get going and kind of recover from all these injuries.
John Kelly, first down, Browns. Let's go.
Nicely done there, picking up that 4th down conversion. But no, I mean, don't forget, should the offense truly get going like we all know it can, coming off of last year's success, if they're able to get back to that level of performance and probably even better with some of the weapons they now have available to stretch the field that they didn't have last year. Wow, what a hit that was.
Yeah, big shot there by the defender. Ernest holds on to the football, though, 3rd and 4.
But if we're able to do that, don't forget this defense is far, far better than it was last year. We've already seen, we've already sniffed it somewhat. They're only going to get better. They're only going to learn to play together and communicate better. And as they get more and more comfortable, and we already talked about the John Johnson aspect of it, but once they're able to do more of that stuff, the Browns going for it again on 4th and 2 here.
Absolutely. And running it again. Turn around, give it to Dearness Johnson. He's pushing the pile down to the 6. First down, Browns.
Very nice pickup. Again, 2 4th down pickups on this drive. Nice.
Brownsy drive, yeah.
Very much so. Love it.
Keenum throws it away. You have a receiver wide open there at the 5. I don't know if he maybe didn't see him.
But to finally finish my thought here, assuming we do get that offense going and defense clicking on all cylinders, look out. This team is much, much better suited to really do some good things in postseason as constructed.
Linebacker Micah Kaiser just got picked up off free agency or traded for somebody because both Josie Jewell and Alexander Johnson are out. I know I had to make that roster move myself today. Here's a 3rd and goal. Keenum from the 17, back to pass, hits it to his man on the left side. That's Hooper. They get back to the 6, and after all those 4th downs, they will try the field goal here.
I don't know that would happen. Although maybe they might look at it with the way their 4th down conversions have gone of late. They really, I mean, and part of it too is, calling those plays is the coach telling the players, I trust you to get this done, go execute.
Yeah.
So obviously I think he's going to have to be careful not to prove distrust, because I think that sets a bad precedent in its own right. Play 4th downs that he might otherwise go for. But at the same time, you need your guys to go out there and execute. So, and points are points.
Absolutely. Here's Gordon up the middle. He's going to be ripped down by a bevy of defenders, most notably the one wearing number 95, TFL, 2-yard loss.
Oh, yeah, Bo. Greedy has been great coming off of that shoulder injury. Got so much respect for what he's done, even not being the starter out the gate and still coming up as a backup and being just as good as the starter, because he effectively is a starter in the NFL. And that's what a great luxury to have, really, three starting cornerbacks on this team.
And a Troy Hill.
Yeah.
All right, so they had a third down, and Anthony Walker one-on-one with Cortland Sutton across the middle is not a matchup that I would have drawn up, and they convert the first down on a long pass play. Now we're back to a 3rd and 7 after a good run play there, and we've reached the 4th quarter here. Vic Fangio on those sidelines.
Yep, and it's really these spots right here. This is where the defense has got
3rd and 7. Let's go.
to improve. They've got to find ways to get off the field on 3rd down. That's been the biggest issue they've had.
Tipped. Oh, Delpit tipped it to himself about 3 different times, but they're able to get off the field.
And see, that's what I was expecting from that earlier one when Hollywood came down with the catch. Is I was just expecting the typical Madden tip, and nothing happens.
Indeed. All right, Browns. Maybe a little momentum carried over from the last drive. 24-20 now. 4th quarter here. Just getting started. Nagy on Sports. Phil Nagy, Kit Nagy joining you. Appreciate everybody being on. Thanks for the chatter today. It's been good. Back to pass, and now pressure coming. Hance can't hold on to Miller, and Miller's going to get his 2nd sack back to the 9. That time Keenum didn't throw it away.
Nope.
Wish he would have, and that puts Von Miller in the zone. I don't know what his X factor is, but I'm sure it's extra fun. So they're going to empty it out. leave him alone. Or a really quick slant to the right side to Landry. 4-yard gain. 3rd and 20. Just like you drew it up. And they're running a screen. Woof. And he threw it at his feet. All right, well, defense going to have to step up again. Now, I know we had several punters in this week, and I didn't see that any of them got signed, right?
No,
so maybe it was just a Jamie, punt better, please.
Right. No, I think that's exactly what it was, bringing a little bit of competition to light a fire, as was mentioned in the chat earlier. Obviously, that worked really well for Greedy, but hopefully it'll work for Jamie as well. Now, we talked about this in the last game. I know there's been there's been a few punts he's had that have not been great, and he's not doing as well as we need him to, but he's had very few opportunities too.
Sure. 2nd and 7, and Ronnie Harrison makes a nice tackle as well. Sets up another 3rd and 4. I saw there was a PFF grade. The Browns defense, like the 2nd best defense on 1st down, 2nd best defense on 2nd down, and the worst defense on 3rd down.
Yeah.
Like,
that's where they've got to be better. That's
mind-boggling.
That is the difference right now.
They're going to get out of it right now. Another punt upcoming for the Broncos.
And when they figure that out, this defense is going to be, one of the top in the NFL. Once they get that figured out, they'll be great. They just have to find ways to get off the field.
Absolutely. Keenum, they're going to call it a fumble, and it's going to be picked up for a touchdown. Come on, Tuck Rule. He was throwing the ball. Unreal.
Yeah, that was gross.
Take it to the house. Land on it in the house, more like.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly looked like he was throwing the football. Well, maybe. I don't know why it would have been pump faking there, but can we get some booth review love? We cannot. Okay. Fine, Madden. You win.
Well, maybe this is the good old back to the Madden reverse jinx.
Yes, exactly. Maybe we'll get the reverse jinx, and we'll get 2 defensive touchdowns like the Broncos have 2 defensive touchdowns.
That would be awesome. I would love that.
That would be great.
Yeah, I would love to see. You mentioned earlier Stefanski coming out swinging. I would love to see it. I'd love to see him just come out absolutely swinging and surprise, kind of put the Broncos on their heels right out the gate. That would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, they have not been starting very fast. Here's a screen pass to Felton. This time he's actually got a couple of blockers, but he runs away from all of them, and he's only going to pick up 7 instead of cutting it up the field.
Well, at least they ran it on a 1st and 10 instead of running it on a 3rd and 20.
Yeah, picked up 7 for sure. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it. 2nd and 3 now. Keenum under center. Hard count. 3-step drop. Quick little throw over the middle. He's got his man. It's Landry. First down to the 40 to the 42-yard line. That puts Case over 300 bills today. Fourth catch of the day for Jarvis, 64 yards. Back to pass, fires it, he threads the needle, he's got his man on the post, it's Higgins to the 30. First down, Browns, call it the 31. Split that cover 2 right in half. Higgins over 100 yards now. Look at this, just a great throw. Look at it, he hadn't even turned his head yet. What a throw there for Case Keenum.
Yeah, beautiful little timing right on the cut, just right out of his break, and he's putting it right on him, knows that little post route's coming, and he puts him on his man. Love seeing that.
Another screen to the right side. He's got 3 more blockers, and he similarly runs away from all of them. 6 more yards for Felton, now 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and he's cutting back underneath that, the real Felton is, and getting a bunch more yardage out of that because he had 3 blockers right there for him.
Keenum, it's caught by Higgins again, but he's out of bounds. Oh, my. What a wild game.
Yep.
All kinds of blitzers coming. He's going to fire over the middle. He's got his receiver, and it's caught. Somehow Odell Beckham checked into the game, even though he's not in the depth chart. He checks into the game for 1 play. Sorry, gang. I tried. I tried to make it all.
We'll just pretend that was Schwartz.
I don't have any formation subs where he's in by himself. I don't know. Left side out route. Njoku, can he turn the corner? He's going to get jacked out of bounds. The 2. 2nd and inches for the Browns. Got to score a touchdown here. Whoa, play action. Oh, he's going to get out of the sack. Keenum fires right side. Touchdown. The Chief. He's going to do the slam.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to do it.
What?
He did it.
No way.
We've never seen it.
Never
happened before. Browns by 100 tonight. The Chief got a touchdown in the game, and he did the slam.
Let's go.
You have no idea. Everybody, you have no idea. We've been waiting. We've seen hundreds of games. The Chief does the slam. Let's go. Let's go.
Instant highlight reel. Gotta go. That's
Finally.
Beautiful. Let's go.
And they're gonna go for 2. Oh man. Oh my gosh, incredible 2-point conversion try. Peoples-Jones caught and achieved. 31-28, the Browns aren't out of it yet. Let's go. Everybody on the chat's freaking out. Some of our OGs, how long we've waited.
That's right, since the beginning of the channel.
To do the Chief slam.
That's been such a long time. I mean, we're coming up on a year and a half of no Chief slam.
Yes.
We finally got the Chief slam out of the
3
Chief.
different versions of the game.
That's right.
Madden 20, Madden 21, and now Madden 22.
Finally happened.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. And yeah, it was a play action, free rusher, and Case kind of ducks him and then throws it.
Yeah, it was already probably highlight reel
play.
As it was, because it was a nice play from Case Keenum to avoid the sack, kind of ducks underneath it, and then finds this guy, and then the Chief slam. Gotta love that. Gotta love that.
Yes.
Finally happening.
And yes, Sean, you're right. Everybody else did it to us, almost like taunting us.
That's right.
First down run for Gordon to the 30. Can't give up the ship now, boys. Still down 3. That's 100 yards on the ground exactly for Melvin Gordon. Oh, that was exciting. That made my day.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, a little bit of a heavy pistol look here. Browns need to get off the field. Tipped up in the air. It's going to be picked off. Walker's got it again. 2 interceptions for A-Walk. Let's go!
Wow, what a play from Anthony Walker, really answering the bell after the offense does its job, comes up with a huge play. And A-Walk gets another pick here, beautifully done, and that's huge. That's huge.
What are we getting a booth review on? Are they saying it touched the ground?
No, I think they're just all turnovers are reviewed. Maybe they finally added it to the game, which they needed to.
I don't know what they're doing. But it's 1st and 10 Browns. 2 interceptions for Anthony Walker Jr. Let's go. Blitz coming here. Keenum's got it over the middle and dropped. Hooper had it in his hands and out. of his hands. Now 2nd and 10, 7 minutes to go in the game. Browns down 3. Keenan with a chance for Browns. Lore with a comeback here. Out route. Njoku 25, pushed out of bounds. Sets up a 3rd and 3. Third and short, going to run it up the middle with Johnson, breaking, fighting. I think he's going to be a yard short. He is. Clearly 4 down. Now they're probably going to kick the field goal, I would guess.
Yeah, I think this is 4 down territory for the Browns, but I think they are going to kick this, which
Madden's going to opt to tie it up here.
No, I think
a 39-yarder.
Very, very much think you take the 4-point lead there wherever you can get it.
But instead, Madden decides to tie it up. And finally, the momentum is swung back to the Browns momentum meter at the top here. 31-31. I would be shocked if there are 62 points scored in this game tonight. But
yeah, absolutely. But if we can get anything like the magic that just occurred between the touchdown for the Chiefs slam and followed by the AWOC interception, if we can even get a glimmer of that, we'll be in good shape tonight.
Yes. The plays from DPJ, the plays from Higgy.
Absolutely.
Guys stepping up.
That's right.
All right, tie ball game now. Can the defense muster one more stop? Here's a free rusher up the middle. Clowney's going to drill him, but he gets it to Fant. And Fant's going to go up past the 35 to the 39. Burst down Broncos. Just another half second, and Clowney has put Bridgewater on his back. 5:35 and counting now. Bridgewater in a shotgun. Back to pass. Here comes Clowney again. This time he's going to get home. Clowney sacks him back to the 31. 8-yard loss. Big-time play for Jadeveon.
Yeah, Clowney has been so active on that D-line. Such a huge pickup.
Splits a double team.
And producing. Just like in Sim, he's producing for these Browns. He last year had 0 sacks, but he's already got, 2 or 3 on the season. He's setting up to have a very, very good year for the Browns.
2nd and 18 now for the Browns. On defense, they're going to blitz. Here comes Hill and Walker. Dump off across the middle. Patrick, he's got some room. He's going to get near the first down. JJ3 and Denzel. Dispatch of him sets up a 3rd and short here. They need just shy of the midfield stripe for a first down. Browns blitzing again from the right side. Bridgewater, he's got his man. First down, short gain, but they didn't need much. And there's Tim Patrick again, 6 catches, 88 yards for the possession receiver. Ward didn't want anything to get behind him.
And it is 3 sacks already on the season, just looked it up.
Well, there you go.
So Clowney already having a very good year for the Browns, and I only expect that to continue. 8 and 3 sacks between Clowney and Myles Garrett, and you're doing good things.
Absolutely. You're right, Karen. It is time for Myles. It's time for 95. Up the middle, handed off. Gordon breaking a tackle and falling forward to the 37-yard line. Nice run. And they're probably in McManus territory here. We'll see if the Browns start calling their timeouts. Got to get a stop, though. Here's some motion. Fake it to him. Give it up the middle to Cortland Sutton, and he's going to be ripped down right away by Walker. What a game today for Anthony Walker Jr.
Yeah, AWOC is absolutely lighting it up here on defense. He has been so stalwart there in the middle for this Browns defense, just making his presence felt all over the field.
Indeed. Throw it to the right side. Big shot from Harrison. Did he get it?
I don't think he had it either. Oh, no, they gave it to him.
They're going to give him a first down. Unreal. He took a shot.
That was generous. I don't know that he got that.
Oh, I don't know where exactly the marker was. What a hit by Harrison. Kudos to Fant for holding on to the football, but a first down Broncos now, and time is down under 2.5. Maybe the last play before the 2-minute warning.
I would say that's very unlikely that we give up these kind of points to this Broncos offense.
Throw it right side, dropped and almost picked off. Taki was taking the tight end to the ground. Should have tried to grab the football on the way to the ground.
And absolutely,
they're going to run it again.
The Browns never
believed. Down again.
Yeah, great defense there. Sorry about that, Phil.
All right.
But no, to answer Bodo, I absolutely agree. A lot of folks were saying that Clowney was washed up and didn't have it anymore. But, Browns obviously clearly did not believe that, as they'd been suiting him for a long time. Finally land him, and look what he's done. I mean, AB knew exactly what he wanted and why, and this is the results. We're seeing it live as the Browns have been so good with Clowney in that lineup.
All right, so the Broncos go ahead and set up the field goal, and it's up, and it's good. McManus puts it through, but the Browns called that timeout, so they preserve as much clock as they can. You're going to get Case Keenum. You're going to get a $150-ish, and you're going to get a $152, and you got 2 timeouts to shock the world. Let's go, Case.
This has a little bit of I know it's not an AFC championship game, but it has a little bit of the
That's
the
right.
drive
Here comes the
feel
drive
to it
2.0.
That's right.
Set up the screen. Felton left side. He's got blockers again, and he runs right into the all-world safety Justin Simmons for a 2-yard loss. And now here's Von Miller destroying Blake Hance and sacking him back to the 14. So maybe not the drive 2.0.
Or not.
3rd and 21 here. Case gonna probably just take another sack or throw it away. Yikes. Well, he played a great 58 minutes of football, did Case Keenum. But I think on a 4th and 21, this one's going to seal his fate, and the Broncos will likely go victorious here. But we'll never say never here. 5 wide for Case. He truly just chucks it. He heaves it all the way deep right side. He's got 1-on-1, and Peoples-Jones plays excellent defensive back, swatting the football away. And Coitens for the Browns here today. They tried their darndest, though. Look at him. DPJ swats it out of his hands here.
That was nice.
Playing defender there.
Although I think the real DPJ probably actually comes up with the ball on a catch.
Yeah, tries to catch the ball. Yeah. You'd think. All right, well, it was a fun one. Appreciate everybody being on. Thanks to all of our subscribers, old and new. If you haven't yet subbed the channel, we would appreciate it, just so we can get it closer to 1,000, and YouTube gives us money for these things. We would very much appreciate it. But if not, that's cool too. For Kit Nagy out on the left coast, I'm Phil Nagy. Since I know all of our 34 live viewers will jump off here in a minute because the game is over. So we really do appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for spending a little time with us. Again, if you want to use the Discord link, hop on and talk about the game during the game with us tonight. Please use the invite link in the description of this video. Little insult to injury, sure. Kick a field goal with a second left.
No, hey, the reverse jinx is on, so let's go.
That's right, the reverse jinx is on. So, all right, well, we'll see how it goes. Today it ended at 37-31. Broncos are victorious. Kit, let's wrap this one up.
Yeah, obviously a very high-scoring game. Neither defense played particularly well. Both offenses played a lot better than we would expect. I don't think you're going to see a scoreline like this, and I'm also hopeful that the Browns, despite their depth issues, are going to come out here and be able to pull out a win. So we'll see. Obviously, it's going to be a big game tonight. Very excited about that, and hope to see you all on the chat as we get to enjoy that together.
Absolutely. All right, let's look at the stats here real quick. Case Keenum was 29 of 48 for 373, 3 touchdowns and an interception. Bridgewater 25 of 38, 271, and the 2 interceptions to Anthony Walker Jr. Melvin Gordon on the ground, 30 carries, 116 yards and a touchdown. Also remember Andrew Beck, the fullback, had a one carry for 3 yards that resulted in a touchdown. Dearness played decently well, 12 carries, 48 yards. Felton 6 for 8, John Kelly 2 for 4, but that was a really important 4th down rush that John Kelly got. Njoku 6 for 50 and a touchdown. Higgins 5 for 108 and a touchdown. Hooper with 5, Landry, Peoples-Jones, Felton all with 4. Beckham with that random coming on the field when he shouldn't have play.
6 for 50, a touchdown and a Chief slam.
That's right, exactly. Noah Fant leading receiver for the Broncos. That's on brand. Cortland Sutton 4 for 63, and then Tim Patrick. Look at that, 4 drops for Tim Patrick. 6 catches, 88 yards, 4 drops. Interesting. Defensively speaking, no surprise, Justin Simmons, the all-world safety, who the Browns were in on at the beginning of free agency, if you remember. 11 tackles, 4 sacks today for Von Miller. Let's not let that come to fruition, if at all possible. 8 for the entirety of the day. And then again, the interception by cornerback Bryce Callahan. was the singular Case Keenum turnover. Remember, Felton had a fumble earlier in the game as well. And Keenum fumbled in the end zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, 16 tackles today for Ronnie, 10 for AWOC, 9 for John Johnson, 7 for Denzel. TFLs today, a bunch of players with 2, Tack, AWOC, Ronnie, Mac. I said it was like Marvin Wilson. No, Mac Wilson and Jadeveon Clowney. Sacks today, just 3, Tack, Malik, and Jadeveon Clowney. And then again, the 2 interceptions for Anthony Walker Jr. Kid, want to say anything else?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously 37 points is never going to get it done in the NFL. You don't want to give up that many points, but 14 of those points on bad turnovers that shouldn't have happened either. So,
that's true. That is true. I forget the bad turnovers.
Yep. So the turnover is really the difference in this one, and hopefully we'll get that reverse jinx going full strength on the actual game.
Indeed. Well, I appreciate everybody being on. This was a fun one. Thank you guys so much. Take care of yourselves and have a great night. And as always, I guess today we have to say go Broncos because they won. But as always, go Browns!